Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy 14. It's been slightly ages since I actually did some MSQ. Last time we have I? Oh, I actually went a bit further than I thought I'd done. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I might have to rename the stream actually a little bit. I thought I was much further back. So, last time we actually did some stuff. Last time we actually did some stuff. We came across La Habrea in Thousand Wars of Totorak, and we resolved the whole situation with the sylphs in the wood. And then, and I forgot about this, then we spent some time dealing with the Alamegan resistance. We went to, I'm just reviewing my notes now. We went to, well, we went back to Wellswood actually, and then we had a bit of a chat with Alamegan refugees, and needed to win some of their trust and so on and so forth. And there was the whole situation in Little Alamigo that we had to resolve. But we did that, and we're back at Awakened Sands, which means that we are now actually just a few short quests away from the next dungeon. That's exciting, isn't it? So, what we're going to do today is actually crack on with it. The last few streams have just been picking up on seasonal situation, seasonal events, basically. Seasonal events. So I didn't want to miss any of those. Specifically because, you know, I'm trying to record everything that's going on, and they are time limited. However, it's meant that, well, pictures of what's going on, very, very busy IRL and so on and so forth, which meant I haven't been able to really do any proper MSQ sections. But that can all change now, and we can sort of crack on with things, which would be nice. I'm trying to see if I can... The one thing I haven't been able to have recently is... oh, hang on, I can do that. Maybe no. How do I... So, because I tended to find... because I found that occasionally, like, someone will actually message while I'm streaming, I'm trying to figure out how to bring up on my phone the stream chat, but I can't seem to be able to figure it out, which is not helpful. I might have to watch a video or something to show me how to do it. This is fiddly. Sorry, I'm just trying to fiddle around to try and get this to work properly. I can't really figure it out because I've never really used it on my phone before. This is annoying. Okay. Anyway, that's a bit by the by. Let me just try one more time to see if I can get it to work. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem to be able to get that to work properly. That's annoying. It says just open the studio app and then use the dashboard and then click on the stream, but there is no stream coming up on my dashboard on my phone. That's strange. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'll have to look into this a bit later. Okay, for now I'll just tab out as I usually do. But that means I might miss things. Apologies. Right, okay, let's carry on with this. So there's another lead pursued. While you were attending to business in Thanaland, some new information arrived courtesy of friends of Sylphs. An individual fitting Lahabrae's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. A lot around the Shroud, isn't it? This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the same self-same area. My instincts tell me our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing, we will pick up his trail once more. Lahabrae has gone missing again. Naraksha conveys you with details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there. So we're going to go to Falgor Float and we're going on a murder mystery hunt, it seems. I wish I knew what. Let me just see if... Okay, open app, start stream, view live tab. So it's the content, navigate to dashboard or content tab. I'm on the content tab. There is no... Let me open all live. Why does it only show me past live streams? Why is it not showing me current? Or... was it all in the dashboard? But there's nothing on the dashboard either. Let me just restart the whole app and see if that. No, I don't want notifications. View live chat. Can't. Don't know how I can see this. Let me... Don't know why I can't. This is so frustrating. Stupid advert. Let me see if I can... Yes. Whoa, it's busy in here. Actually, I must be going to get on famously. Price be more discreet. Alright. Investigate the sinister one. This one is friends of a walking one in Ashcrown Consortium. According to a friendly one, a digging one named Medrod has an encounter with the scary Mass One. Mass One is certainly the most sinister one. Walking one should go and speak with digging one Medrod. Digging one found Falgor Float in North Shrine. So we're going to Falgor Float. Means we're going here. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't come up on my phone. It only comes up with past published content, not the current stream. I don't know, maybe I'm using something wrong, presumably, or... Oh, hang on, is that... This is way more fiddly than I thought it would be. Wonder if I can... This is so strange. I don't know why it's not letting me do this. Okay, no matter, I guess. It's not the worst thing in the world, it's just a bit strange that it's not letting me view what I'm currently streaming. Oh well. Yeah, I can't explain it. Content live filter. Okay, I wonder if I'm filtering it out maybe? Content. Top visibility. Right. Public only. No. Control room. I mean, I guess it's... No idea. I mean, at some point I'll probably just buy another monitor. Oh well. Right, we are... Where are we going? Down there. It's not the worst thing in the world, I just have to remember to keep tapping out occasionally. Right, where are we? Medrod. Hello. I'm not long for this world. I look death in the face. It's only a matter before he comes for me, just like he came for that poor woman. He's clearly traumatized. Yeah, I'm just gonna pat him on the back and he'll be fine. There we go. It's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible at you, but it hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. Just another ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man, barbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow, a winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared. The corpse of a woman! One glimpse was enough to tell me she died a gruesome death. In an instant, I knew right away that masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for this realm. Bit dramatic, isn't it? Yeah, of course we investigate. Why would you think we're friggin' asking about it? We'll help you, okay. I'm not sure what you can do. Anything to ensure we won't have to stop a Medrod's hysteria. Alright, teamwork, last time I wanted to. Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? Alright, at any rate, I'm all for helping this adventure. It's the least I can do to repay for comforting me. All I did was sort of wave my hands at you. Well, that's Alright, yeah, alright. So next, oop. It's not him, it's her. Let's run over that desk. All the victims were found, their faces torn to shreds. Lovely. Along the local fauna, only the skin known disease could influence such wounds. That's why some folks are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt the answer's that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures to see if you can find any proof connecting them to death? Right. So we're gonna have to go stab a thing. My trusty dog mount. Where are we going? Oh, this is a bit annoying as I recall. Are they up? Or are they down? Let's go up there. This whole area is a bit of a mess, so it can be quite difficult to actually find the enemies you're looking for. There's one. Okay, this is fine. I need 2 more. Can't see any down there. Some dudes over there. Oh. They've got to be down there, surely, haven't they? No, that's a Banamite. Oh, there's one over there. This whole area is a real pain to navigate because, like, it's 2 levels. Oh, yeah, here we go. Nice and easy. And now we go back. Classic Chocobos music. Chocobo. Must admit, even on like other accounts, I haven't really done much Chocobo racing. I should do some of that at some point. There we go. Right. And they're going to prove to have nothing to do with it, I'm sure. Already since this is good work, so you're able to find or suggest the creatures are our culprits. Nothing. Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it would look like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike. What the hell was the point of that bit? We can safely strike disease from our list of suspects, and that leaves us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. Well, yeah, I mean, we kind of figured that out from the start. Thanks, lady. That was. Oh, you just get me to do your work for you. You've been masked. There's something else I heard about the details. It appears that all the victims have been comely maidens. I better watch myself, eh? Hahaha. Okay. Alright, unseemly japes aside, there's a rumour going round. There's some as whisper that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. That bears investigating. I reckon I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of the crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. What the fuck? So, yeah, no, to use an iceman area. So we are... Well, first we killed a bunch of birds, and now we're gonna go blow up a rock with a stick of dynamite. This is how you... I don't recall seeing this in Sherlock Holmes. Oh well. Also, like, if there really are, like, you know, souls going into a rock, aren't they going to be really pissed off by us blowing up their rock that they've been putting themselves into? We're going to have a bunch of really pissed off ghosts chasing us. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Hey. Oh, I've got to walk around now. Pick them all up. Okay. This is gonna turn out to have nothing to do with it again, isn't it? This is gonna turn out to be a complete waste of time for everyone involved. How fun. The one small mercy of all this is that I actually really like the dungeon that comes at the end of this little bit. So, what is our gear? What level is our gear? 35. Okay. It'll do for quite a while yet because this is a level 28, I want to say, dungeon. At some point we are going to have to finish the Paladin quest and get the Paladin armor, but I want to get that a bit later, just kind of like for roleplay purposes, because it's quite flashy armor for someone who's only halfway through the A Realm Reborn MSQ. We're about halfway, right? Not even. Well, level 28, yeah. I'm actually not sure how many more there are to go off the top of my head. We are getting there though. And then we've got all the post MSQ stuff to do. Most folk are too scared to go within 100 yards of the Rock of Rancor. It has a name. But what's with a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, eh? Piss off, ghost. These are just your garden variety crystals. It's a bit hard to tell between the grime and dirt and grime, but definitely lightning aspects. I almost hate to say it, but explains the flashing and mowing. Nothing to do with them are strange. It looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly good fire sandstick. Oh well. I'm sure at this point that she's just getting me to do jobs that she's been asked to do. Right. My word, he's tall compared to me. Look. Oh, it's gonna be really funny when we reach Ishgard. There's something you should know. I've been keeping this to myself lest I wear Medrod's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. Oop, I cannot say whether it's coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same as Medrod's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with the giant eyeball. Let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here. In case you had a mind to investigate. Right, let's go and have a look at that one now. And back we go to the rocky area. We're doing a lot of back and forth to this area, aren't we? It's fun music. Now, what you have to watch out for around here are not the enemies, but sometimes you'll see people shooting from inside the rocks. So what happens is people make bots, you know, gold farming bots, and they'll just glitch them through the terrain, and this is one of the areas they like to go. It's quite funny. Oh, we're getting attacked by a heavy dynamite. And it's down. Not even close. And back we go. Classic battle music, absolutely fantastic. Right, now let's see what he has to say for himself. A slew of monstrous bannermites had long been a scourge. I mean, it only took me a minute. Someone else could have done it. Unintentional nor no, you've done us a great service. You have my gratitude. But does this just make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball or some trick of the light combined with blind panic? Look, are any of you going to give me some clear... some sort of clear route? Oh my lord, these guys. They haven't got a clue, have they? Yeah, alright, fine. Good lord. Death of new developments. You could tell me that. All I've been doing is running around after ideas your partners here have had and found nothing. No promising leads in the meds. I could scarce get a wink of sleep knowing the killer is still at large. Why do you think he's after you? Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. In pondering my encounter, I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt it was a winged eyeball I'd witnessed. It's implausible I could have been mistaken for so distinct a creature for a bannermite. You and I were miles apart. How could we have both seen it precisely at the same time? What's more, adventure friends had a run-in with the Bannermites at the very spot you claim to see the fiendish eyeball, isn't that right? Must be an explanation. I know sword eyeball wings. I will wager an apple tart on it. Apple tarts are serious businesses, apparently. Mayhaps it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why it couldn't be. Of course, there could be more than one of the buggers. Well, that took us a while to figure that out, didn't we? But then that means, since there have been repeated sightings, there must be even more victims as yet uncovered. Oh no. All gulp. Why they all turn to me? I do believe we're out of our depth with you. You have to leave the rest to the expert. Oh dear, apparently I'm the expert. We're just civilians after all. Good luck, it was a pleasure knowing you. Oh, I burn to know the truth. Some things are best left unknown, unless you've forgotten it was at the rocky area to the west I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you want to let the authorities, the guardhouse nearby, and circumcision, please for any information pertaining to the security of the region. Great. Great. Okay, thanks for that, guys. Really, really helpful. Oh, we're gonna find a dead body now. Okay, so it's down there. It should be fairly straightforward. We can just head down there. Underneath. I should get a couple more mounts in the store. I didn't realise until I started this one how much I was relying on mounts I got from things. Oh, here we go. Hello. Hello, there's a floating eyeball. That's a gaze attack, you don't want to be in the way of that. More precisely, when you see that little eyeball, it means you can face away. So I could have stood in that AoE and just faced this way away from it. But because it was conal, I could just move out of it. You'll often get later on ones that don't have like a directional aspect. It'll just be, there'll be a big eyeball on it, look away, or horrible things will happen. Currently, I just put the whole body in my pocket. Been defiled and more. Oh, that's gross phrasing. Right, where are we going? That way. We are we on the right? Yeah, there we go. I was confused then, I think, because I had the camera angle all wonky. Right, now... Whoa. There we go. It's the automatic assist you. Yeah, I've just turned up with a dead body. Gods be good, not again. What do you mean, not again? No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the Central Shroud, but that mass stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end I none can say. Excuse me. The victims have all been young women, all found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. Lovely. And difficult to identify them so as to notify their next of. This button engraved with a lily motif, the very same object was found upon another victim, a family sigil or that of an organisation perhaps. Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. You mean me solving it for you, presumably. Yeah. I would have you hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't a standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I may make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by I never know how to pronounce it. Mione. Maybe. Mayhap someone in her vast now. I'm sure it must have been said in a voice line at some point. Mayhap someone in a vast network of contacts and shed light upon sigils. So we're going back to. Yeah, I'm not walking that distance. The advantages of actually having some gil now. I can just teleport. I can just teleport and go there. Yeah, we'll see how much we can get in today. I'm not going to go too long, but we'll go for a bit. Good evening. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. Lovely little button. The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality. Why do you say this? On a dead body. Lovely. I'm afraid I do not recognise the lily sigil. You'll have to find the answer the old-fashioned way by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by Aethra Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Oh my god. That guy's name is LeBron James 6'7". Needs help tracking down the owner of a button. That's not a request I receive on a regular basis. Go on, show me what you have. Seems to be some manner of decorative button reminiscent of those worn by the families of old, though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certain the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. I suggest Yuri. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. There is a soul in Gridania who knows. It will be Saint Guled over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a forename basis. Okay. So we're gonna go over the Lancers Guild, which is actually not in this area. Oh, I can unlock Gunbreaker now. I forgot about that. I'll do that at some point. Lancers Guild, right there. Bernadette believes I can help you, but that's a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear, but whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Look at this button. Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the gentry toward northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late there's been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursandel. I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. You know what, though? After all this time, they still haven't opened up this, the posh people's area of Gridania to go around. Like, it's kind of funny and not entirely unexpected from Gridania. It's quite insular, but it's kind of also a little bit amusing that, after, like, you are, like, the savior of the world, literally. Literally like the savior of, you know, the whole world, and yet they won't let you into the posh people area of Gridania. Go back whence you came, or I'll be forced to mind your place. I'd love to come back here on my, like, I don't know if the text changes. So what's quite fun is, like, a lot of areas will change the text on some NPCs, like, as you progress through the story and, you know, to reflect what you've done and all that. But some of them just don't, and I've got a feeling this is one of the ones that don't. So you can literally have saved the entire world and other worlds and be, like, hero of the, you know, hero of the whole of Eorzea, and like captain in the, you know, in the Gridanian Grand Company, and come here and this guy still gives you shit about being a commoner and not allowed in, even though you could literally like just like fold him in half with a single attack. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray leave me to my thoughts. No, I want you to look at this button. Sigil of the D'Artancourt family. How is it you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a dead, murdered woman, her face was it marred in any way? I'd feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths on one condition. You must promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her of her torment. Okay, sounds promising. Alright. Skeletons in her closet. Ooh. Weapon coffer. This is the one. 15. This unlocks the next dungeon, I think. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families of Grenadier, the D'Artancourt. During that time I had the honour of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kind of fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed they would help her regain what she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to the bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. Wow! I performed the dreadful task as I bade, obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I've witnessed, so it was that I left Hawk Manor, my home, for nigh on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavoured to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I resolved never to speak of my experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. What? I didn't say shit! She awaits you now, Hawk Manor, on the western edge of the central shroud. Go now, and go must be done. I mean, I will, but I didn't. Bold of you to assume. Bold. What is the gear from this dungeon? I'm trying to remember. There's some nice gear from this dungeon, as I recall. But I can't really remember what it looks like. It's the mana stuff. Let me see if I can just very quickly check it, because I want to know if I need to bother rolling on it. Mana scale mail. It looks okay. It's actually, I think, worse than what we've currently got. I like using the mana casting set for like White Mage and stuff like that, although it's probably worse than what we've got. Yeah, it will be worse than what we've got. But it makes for a really nice set, so I mean, I guess if any healer gear drops, we'll take it. Any jewelry, well, we'll roll on it at least. Let's seek entry into Hawk Manor, so now we've got to go... will it be quicker to... It might actually be quicker to teleport over that side and then go there. Yeah, let's do that. Oops, someone's disconnected. Right now... Yeah, that's the quickest route. That's the quickest way of going. We'll go that one. Mega Shiba. Right. And now it's time for another dungeon. We like Hawk Manor. Hawk Manor is a fun dungeon, actually, genuinely. What the hell is this? I wonder if that's something to do with the new Beastmaster class that's unlocking soon, because it's not targetable at all. Might be. I'm actually really looking forward to trying that out. It'll be something fresh and new. I've still not finished my Blue Mage, to be fair. I've still got lots of spells to get for Blue Mage. Oh, someone's fighting shit. I wonder if they're waiting for Hawk Manor as well. Or maybe not, if they can fly. Oh, they could... no. Alright, okay. Let's do... I think we do it with people. You can do it with NPCs, you see. You can do it like this, like, and select an NPC team, but it is a little bit nicer and quicker, especially the older ones. Because they're not quite generic, they're kind of generic NPCs, so like you have a little adventuring party, and they're like this right the way through. You have like a fixed adventuring party of like, you know, vague adventurers that become Silence, that become members of the Grand Company, but it was never designed around that. In later expansions, you explicitly have where you have like the Scions accompanying you, or other major characters, which can add like a nice little bit of flavour. So, Hawk Manor, once used by the Seedseers as a place for spiritual reflection and meditation, Hawk Manor was long frowned upon by the people of Gridania as a symbol of excess. After years of protest, the building was finally sold to a wealthy wildwood Elizan who had the name of Lady Amandine. Little is known of the lady. It was said she was exceptionally vain, and it was to maintain her impeccable beauty she would spare no expense, from face creams concocted from rare Curthan honeys to shampoos derived from the milk of exotic furbals. Her daily routine of bathing treatments escalated until it was rumoured she was bathing in the blood of her virgin maidservants. No amount of man-made tinctures, however, could hide the hideous scars she eventually suffered during the calamity, and soon she was forced to a darker solution. Turn to a darker solution, signing away her very soul in a final effort to literally save face. Ha ha. Right, let's roll. So, again, this, because we're tank, this should pop reasonably quickly. It's not going to be instant, no. All these floating eyes. But these queues aren't too bad. My actual big worry is that when we get to later on and we get to like optional content, okay, maybe like normal raids aren't going to be as bad, but if we get to like a decent, if we get through like Heavenswood and we want to do the Alliance raid there, those are going to take forever to pop, or like probably the Stormblood ones are worse. Like, I just can't even imagine what they... Even on Healer, I think my top queue time for any piece of content ever was the second Alliance raid of the Stormblood Alliance raid series, which took 2 hours to queue for on Healer, which is the fastest queuing class. Or role, rather. This will still take a minute because for the most part, they are a bit... It's a bit harder to pop duties which are a specific duty rather than just roulettes. There we go. I really like Hawk Manor. It's very atmospheric. Music's pretty good as well. What's the outfits going on? Alright, is our healer any good? Still Sprout. Low level Sprout, yeah, let's not press it too hard. No, don't run off with it because we need the key. Right, now we can run off with it. No, come back here, you. Right, there we go. I really wish they hadn't pulled those. That was really fucking annoying. The problem is, you see, when they pull land, I can't control the pull properly. Which is usually fine, but the problem is in this one you do have to go into side rooms to pick stuff up, which is like a problem. I am entirely reliant on the sealer being able to actually heal me. And they're only level 30 something. So I have to do this a little bit carefully. If they were a high level healer, I'd just run all the way. I don't care. I want to do this one, okay. I'll have to come back at some point and do the full map of this, because I don't trust these guys not to mess it up, so I can't do it. See, there's the gaze, and out, and back in. This guy isn't really an issue by himself. It's just most of the enemies aren't too bad, except the bosses. It's more of a problem when you have like a big pack of enemies. I'm trying to remember what works here. Not interrupting that. It's using all the cards. Oh, I shouldn't have used both. That was a mistake. For a moment there, I thought it wasn't going to trigger, which is why now, this is where the real trick comes in. We pick up the thing, and we go that way. This can be a bit confusing, this dungeon. I'm gonna let them all come down. I don't want to use my mitigations yet because the next pull is going to be reasonably big. Yeah. Oh, I can't sprint. Oh well. I trust this DPS, I do not trust this healer or the other DPS, so I need to take this a little bit slow. Otherwise, I'd normally just pull the whole lot. I also don't have any mets left, so we need to... Heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me. Oh, that was a bit spicy. It's really tricky to judge when you've got a healer that's new to it, because it's hard to tell it. Yeah, okay, that was close. Play limbo with my HP bar, that's fine. We've got a key, so we can get it. It'll get easier with levels, and we've got more abilities and more reliable healers that have more experience. They're doing okay, it feels a bit spicy. Knows how to use the limit break at least. Oh, hang on. Take the thing off the floor. Nearly missed that one. Oh, hang on, I have to do that. Yeah, you don't want to miss the thing on the floor. That's a bad idea. Mana breaches. I'll pass those. I could do with the ring there. Gonna hold off doing anything here because this will run away in a minute and we've got the boss. And now we got Lady Amandian herself. The music's good. They've started to find the boss, haven't they? Oh well. I mean, she's kind of cute, even dead. Look, even as like a monstrous thing, she's pretty cute. Why would you pull the boss like that? That's very impolite. I mean, it's fine. I can't help because I am stoned. That's very impolite of you. Like, that is very, very rude, actually. Traditionally, people do not pull the boss before cutscenes are done. That's very rude. It also means this is completely misaligned now for me. See this is covering the whole room, so I have to look away, not too petrified. Gangbuster. I mean, it's not going to do very much of this level. Very easy dungeon, but a fun one. I do like the aesthetics and the music for this one. Yeah, very rude of them to pull the boss without... They just pop that chest. They haven't popped the chest. Ooh, I got the it's a speary. It's quite a nice spear, look at that. I mean, I'm not planning on unlocking Dragoon, but... What is this one? Oh, it is a strength one. That's good. Alright, let's go out of here. But yeah, these dungeons are all pretty straightforward this early on. Ooh, darkness has taken root within these halls. I wonder who that could be. Sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that has quickened it to life. There's two of them now. Last scene of the 12th staff. The pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master lad gave us to believe. Scene of the 12th sword. No ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. They kind of phase these guys out to some degree. I don't mean the Ascians. I mean the idea that there are like lesser ones. Like, no, they're, I think they probably technically still are, because this isn't like being like decanonized, but it's very much like made less thing. Unless these are supposed to be some of the ones you meet later, but no, because the masks aren't right. But yeah, the idea of like under, you know, like Ascians that are under the main ones is sort of something that gets kind of faded out as a thing. Crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Hydaelyn chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. I'm gonna ram this sword through your head, man. We came here not to play, but take the measure of your strength, and Master La Habrea. That task is now accomplished. We take our leave of you. And they're gone. Fare you well, bringer of light. And off we go. Okay, and then we go back to speak to that guy. But yeah, they kind of fade out the idea of like more junior Ascians, because I think it would. I think they were concerned it would probably end up being too many characters, I guess, and it becomes a lot more focused on the major Ascians manipulating situations and stuff like that. Because those guys are going to be important right the way through. Sandal, you are returned. What sights await you within my what's become of Lady Amandine? You must tell all. You don't want to know, mate. You really probably don't want to know, I'll be honest. But okay. Yeah. Alright. She went so far as to consort with devils, but that I have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the mass men you encounter the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it's plain they have the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me you'll visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. I mean, that's quite a long order. But who am I to speak of punishments by my silence aloud? I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. Matters not, wherefore, through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am abetted to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities, accept whatever punishment they deem just. I can only pray the gods will have mercy on my soul. Okay. And now we are we back at... Yeah, alright, I'm not walking there. I'm not walking there. Okay. I don't remember what the next section of story is, to be fair, now that we've resolved the whole Hawklana situation. One thought of Blake Godwin. I love canonically accurate names. Oh, we go. Oh, I know. Hey, go say hi to Saru. Hello. Trust your investigation's faring well. Well, we just, yeah, fought a succubus kite creature in Hawk Manor. Ba 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 ba. To get a drink in a minute. Welcome back. Full glad I'm here to see you safely return. Tell me how you've fared on your sojourn in the 12 Sword. I'm gonna be so glad when I don't have to voice every single one of these, because there's a lot more voice cutscenes later on. Two of Lahabrae's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission. The devil's taunt is beyond doubt. Then the Assassins begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yes, I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we're at least aware of the encroaching darkness. That'd be a good quest name. Alas, we can only do so much. It's clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There's no shortage of misery in the world that the Assassins might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Ooh. Yeah, come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We've gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let's set this investigation aside for the present. Alright, we've had enough for now. We'll do something else now. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know where it is. Brief and summon the others. Okay. Skeleton's achievement. Wrath of the... Oh, this is the start of the Titan storyline. Okay. Forgot that was so soon.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
These voices are so strange because they change all of the voice actors from Heavensward onwards. So this is you'll only hear these voices for this expansion or the base game, I guess is the better way of phrasing it. And then they'll change. So it's very strange to hear these voices being different.
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvip hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The Echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
So you will accept?
I got this. I got it.
Thank you.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola. Can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies. Tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Right, so this is to start the Titan storyline after a nice little voice cutscene for a change. So we're going to go to Limsa Lominsa and start working our way through a nice little build up to it's quite quiet here today. So Limsa Lominsa is almost always like the busiest city because a lot of the stuff is all right next to each other. Like all the critical areas that you want to go to are right next to each other, and you know, teleport directly to the Grand Company headquarters and stuff like that. Hello Adventure and welcome to Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know more about enlisting, speak with the personnel officer, unless you are the guest we are told to expect. Forgive me, madam. The business then is as we told the antecedent. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. Great. Where? A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogahomura or whatever. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression: crystals, fodder for their fell primal. Here's Melwood. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. While to spread your confidence, Mokaka, on behalf of Limsa, I thank you for heeding our call. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Mokaka personally. No strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the kobolds plagued our people, nor is this the first time we've had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the pieces to the Company of Heroes returned, but they are long disbanded. We must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is, we turn now to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in belief you are Limsa's best hope. Hope you are right, yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the thalassocracy make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands and no blood would be shed? And it was not the Laminsons who violated this agreement dissatisfied with their lot. Was it not the Laminsons dissatisfied with their lot? Then shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. Ooh. Oh. I'd advise you choose your words with greater care, Lady Deshtola. Stand down, she has the right of it. And the wrong is mine, freely do I claim it, yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath, or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa and Sidney are, of course, my paramount concern. Already we've observed disruptions in the flow of aether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, but the need is great. Can I count on your help? Well, yeah, of course. Otherwise, we're not going anywhere. Yeah, my thanks to the full support of Nelshire. I'll wait good tidings. Great, so I've got absolutely no direction of, yeah. That the Kobold should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. That being the case, we need to prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, we wise to learn all we can of our foe, and I can think of no better source of information than Mercy's defeated him once before. The company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live, except that one of them is employed at the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Lenosha. Quite why a mercenary we should choose to become a miller, I don't know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Right, where are we going? Tractum. That's really annoying. I think Costa del Sol and then go south is probably the fastest way of getting there. I wonder if I should grab a quick drink. Alright, let's take 1 minute. I'm just going to grab a drink and then we'll get back to this. And we're back. Just kind of weather, you're going to make sure to keep drinks up. Right. How do I... Can I remember how I get around to it? Can I go around that way? Probably can go around that way. Let's find out. I'm not used to have to be on the ground. I can only... I prefer you can just fly. I need flying, please. Okay, there's the road, yeah. We can just go around there. Don't know if that's the quickest way, but... who cares? We're there now. Once we catch up on level, we'll do the the level for the gear against the quests. We'll upgrade our gear to the last couple of paladin quests. Right, so let's go and meet this guy who's supposed to be from the company of... oh, I see a Stola. I must admit I've never met one of their members. Before met one of their members face to face. Imagine that a warrior top of both Titan and Leviathan would seek to bask in a lifetime of flaming glory. It seems to have settled in a place distinctly bereft of adoring crowds. Lay down your bed and some come drain a pint with me. We'll have a grand old time, find your lass or three. Go say something, adventurer, keep staring. You want to know about the company of heroes? Ah, hell's price of bleed and fame. Can't a mill in peace no more. Seeing as you come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige. You consider yourself lucky, lass. Sol Tractum was the company's best actorman. Now, what was it you wanted to know? About Titan. Tales from the Tidus slide time. To tell how the company of heroes bested the primal. You mean that bastard Tidus? I've only been there to see it. It was a mighty struggle like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights we did. The ground trembled with every step Tidus took, and when he hit you, girl, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Oh, just like that. What's that look for? I'm a goddamn hero, you know. Oh! I just stood on my cat who decided to sit under my desk at that moment. You're alright, miss. I'm a goddamn hero, hub, you know. The people around here sing my praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we use to beat old Tidus. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, why don't you do me a favour and kill those rats that made a nest by the windmill just south of here? Do that, then we'll talk. Surely a great and powerful former mercenary can take care of a nest of rats by himself, but okay. Sorry, just checking my cat. He's a real nuisance sometimes. Right. There's the rat's nest. These rats are going to be like as big as me, probably. Yeah, there we go. Easy. Oh, another one. Even bigger one. Actually, that one is as big as me. Beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, adventure. Save me the hassle of never mind. Back to him appears to be ignoring you. All these things are worse than mine. You're still asking about how we beat Tidus? I don't know, adventure. It was a pretty risky strategy, the kind only a veteran of 10 score battles could rely upon. I want to teach you, I truly do, but unless you prove you've got what it takes to face that bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. He's not even got the right name. At the very least, you need to be capable of saying, say, a gobu. Boo-boo. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flower melody, so you ought to have no trouble finding them in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut down one quick as skilled axeman like myself. Any road, why don't you try heading due west and stand lookout in case the gobu comes coming. Slay it, and I might consider telling you more about old Tidus. In case you haven't cottoned on, this guy is very obviously full of shit. But we go through the whole... I'm facing the wrong direction now because I went past it. There we go. Look how big it is! I can run underneath it! And back we go. You again? That Gobu was rusting the millers is dead. Didn't think you had it in you, adventurer. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. Still not sure I should tell you our secrets. Look, man, if you're gonna give me shit, I'm gonna kick you in the head. remains unconvinced of your readiness to defeat the dread Primal Tidus, which isn't even the right thing. So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you've got what it takes to face Tidus. Maybe we slew at something. Track 2, you in here drinking again. If you are, that goober better be dead. Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have me word on that. Cleave the beast's skull in two with me trusty axe I did. Is that a fact, and what will your friends here say about it? He'll vouch for me, of course, isn't that right, friend? He's full of shit. Tell me true, was it Tractum that slew that goober, or was it you? What are you saying? It's me, Tractum, the finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes, the legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Tidus. Tidus, who the seven hells is Tidus? Some primal you force in a drink-sodden dream? The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody half-wit. Ah, aye, well, Tidus what me and lads used to call him. It's the biggest sort of shite I've ever heard. Both of you outside will learn the truth of them in some way. Tractum, if you didn't slay that goober, you may consider your contract revoked. So I'm just checking something. Right. The loam in some way. There's a fight. You know the rules. First one to smash their boulder will be judged the Goobu Slayer. And don't even think about trying to kill me, that's cheating. Who picked these boulders? They're nothing alike. How to hell will let contest begin? What happens to not Alright, I admit it. I lied about being in the company here as pumping you, Chief. Please don't dismiss me if I'm less than honest I have. Save your blubbering Tractum. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please. I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just I kept getting turned away by the folk I asked for work and I panicked. The last job I had was Costa del Sol, and there was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was the captain of the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said one of them, but he went and believed me, so I look, his name was Whisket, so alright, Whisket. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus, or whatever the hell that thing's name is. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on then, tell the chief to give me, it's only fair. Oh. Alright, so I guess we're going to Costa del Sol again. So I'm just sorting something out. Alright, here's the dude. Oh, it's getting warm in here. I'm have to open the window. I shouldn't really have closed them, but it was blowing curtains all over me. You wish to slay the Lord of Crags? That's the window open. We must slay him, the people of Limsalamissa, depending upon us. Fancy yourselves heroes then, just like in the tales. Be not so quick to judge. Long have I laboured for the well-being of you and yours. My associate here is bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. She is blessed with a power that protects her from primal influence. Thus was she able to lay low the lords of the Inferno. We know full well the risks and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Maybe so goes against the boon of your wisdom, we shall be on our way. A woman who can't be tempered, useful but will not be enough. It is true that the company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. Aye, we defeated him in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon limbs to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserve better than the grace that I gave you, but I will not send you into Gomorrah. Gomorrah? I can't pronounce that. On a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see that you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for your master Gegaruju's estate. Perhaps you can demonstrate our abilities by attending to one of our... Ye gods, man, have you heard nothing I've said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, you are welcome to find your own way into Ogomoro. Though it pains me to admit I feel with no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see the remaining preparations. Alright, so I'm going to be left to do the donkey work. Great. Leaving the dirty work to us, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling, remember the fate of Linz 11 so hangs in the balance. Yeah, thanks, Yishdal. Just leave me to it. Verified and not a complete fraud, how mean. Master Gegaruju's request can be more demanding than you realise. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify this won't be a waste of my time. Nyx has recently been prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. Beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with herring. Play the Nyx return to me and don't forget to bring me a leg of proof. Okay, we're gonna go stab something else. Oh, I'm in the water. Oh, I've also got a extract from... Oh, and I've also... Hang on, I haven't done any of this, have I? There we go, that's that. Now we can extract. Right here. Oh, excuse me. Buttoned herring. Oh, I've got another spot to interact with. Click the button, man. And back we go. I must admit, I never really liked this whole questline bit. It's fine, but this whole Company of Heroes sidetrack thing is a bit obnoxiously long, I think. Unless you think me overly cautious testing this way, you should know we had an instant not long ago. A Fush young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the Company of Heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. I wonder who that was. Now that pointless busy work to finish, I should give you a challenge that befits your talents. Ooh, Ghana prison. Two highly distinguished individuals scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gegaruju wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gegaruju desires can be so easily purchased. It's been an extremely exotic feast, and so, Makaka, our mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. Such fine dining must be accompanied with suitable wine, and by suitable I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. A long and arduous journey, but you need not put it alone. Many of them, as soon as you want to serve them, my commands still live, and they will guide you in your quest. Great. Your first ingredient to have you travel to the South Shore and speak to Landenel at Camp Tranquil. What? Do you mean to tell me you can't afford to waste time as your associate did? If you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lords of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have left. Really? I can't believe I'm chasing around. Yeah. Alright, there's the guy. Ooh, cat girl. I think I've seen this guy before. The one who challenged Titan. I've been expecting you. I need an egg of a giant adamantoise. Methodax, which is obviously still from the beast's nest. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Well, I hope you get it. You want to use me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you receive the only information. What you do with this is your choice. Great. Okay. Right. This business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, and killing them. It was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians are by and large an unforgiving lot. Detto here being a rare exception. I have had to go to great lengths to ensure I am seen as a model citizen with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I so dearly miss. To understand me that you ruined my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heaven's pillar. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good adamantoise egg in a nest just east of here, just ripe for the taking. I'll expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother nurse strays far from her child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Makaka. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in this swamp. Nah, I got this. Easy, easy. Quite low. It's quite low level for adamantoise, though. I have to say. Like traditionally, they're quite high level enemies in Final Fantasy. Oh my god, it's Misty as well. Oh. Stomach drop then, I didn't realise how far down was going to go. Yeah, the adamantoise in this are like level 30s, like whatever. Someone's doing the quest at the exact same time, apparently. They are significantly lower level than me because I started after them and killed it before they did. I love the little music on this. See, you didn't think I could do it. Thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end. Exceptionally large egg with an unbreakable shell. Such bravery, such recklessness, that will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me, I'll see it gets the captain. You should make haste to southern Fanalan. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Uod Nun. He will be your next guide. Safe travels. But yeah, this whole bit is a bit... It's not terrible, it is a little bit obnoxious. There's not too many. Where are we? I got turned around from then. So this is the U tribe. As you can see, they're all named the same. Well, they're not all named the same, but they've all got the same thing. So this is how this particular type of Makote have tribes indicated by the letter before their name, the apostrophe. So Yashtola, if you see him, Uod. The latter part of the next part is generally their actual name. So you'll see a lot of them will have specific things, and then some of them will have titles as well. So Tia indicates so they work in these like kind of dominant male tribes, and the other type of Makote have a dominant female thing going on. But in this case, it's like one like tribal leader who's the Nun, and the others ones who aren't are Tia in terms of males. State your business. This is the one Whiskey sends me. And the foggiest way see it in you until I do receive no aid. Great. Thanks for that. Let's take the critical hit one. That is worse than what I currently have. Persistent bugger, let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battles, no mistaking that, and you did manage to attain the adamant toy set cows, not more on the display of brute force and blind courage. The Nun I once fought also believed his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am Nun. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I thought that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That's why I claim my position, and why I still hold it, and why I will not help an unproven whelp. Children of the Sands do not operate to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, your view are recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, will be permitted to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies the Maljan encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned for both his strength and guile. To even face him in battle, he must first find the way to learn away from his encampment. Will be your test to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this, I offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You have to solve that riddle by yourself. Riddle? I don't know how to do that. Now go slay that old warrior and bring me his necklace. Okay, let's go and do that then. Oh, I really don't like the desert here. It's such a pain. A pain to cross. I can't get out there, can I? Why can't I get out? There we go. Oh, maybe I could get out there. Looks like there's a gate on the map. Didn't look like a gate. What time? It's foggy, that's why. What time is it? Yours here. Oh, it's nearly 8 PM as well. It's 8 PM at night and foggy. That'll explain a lot. Right. The bloody gruesome. Right, now we wait. And then we stab him with the sword. Dun, 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 dun. There he is. Sup, bro? my knees. Ow. I'm not walking. 70 gil for a teleport back there. Right, let's go back inside and get the necklace back. Is our old nemesis dead? Fusion of teeth, bones, and claws strung up his heart. Suppose the pattern from the items are ordered, or the magic including name and rank. It's a fine necklace that befits a veteran of countless battles who will make an excellent trophy. Beer belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from out far he would be able to resist venturing outside the cabin to see for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me. I shall tell you of the ingredients you seek. Riley went to tell you of the final ingredient of the ingredients you seek. Shame we did not meet when I was with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. No point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a Welwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but Welwick worms are far and few in number. Rarity breeds demand, and their meat is highly prized delicacy. When you were to catch a quarry, to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Sagolii. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. Area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark upon your map along with the location where Welwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy, but your skills are lacking. It will devour you as well. I'm fine. Back into the desert we go. Music's good. Right, so we need to get to here. It's so foggy. The fog effects are quite cool, I have to say. All the weather effects are nice. Right, let's kill one of these. I'm not going to use them because I don't know where I'm. Cool. Now where's the worm? South here. Can we go up that hill? It's so dark I can't see. Probably. It's probably fine. Nope. Slightly too steep on that exact bit. And off we go. Rotting angler. And now we wait. Wait. Shh. There's the one. Oh, you are big. And jumps a good one. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. We are back. You caught your quarry. Large round slice of worm meat. Lovely. Lovely. Your skills are hunt to rival those of our best. I applaud your success. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to whiskey. Worry not, you have my word, you will receive it in time for the bank. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say there are no notes of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Silence's Whisket's Council. But hold a moment, since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there's something I'd like you to deliver to him for me. Captain was always fond of this brand wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company. He would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have, I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Whiskey was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert moulder of men. I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards. Yeah, I was never particularly over fond of overly fond of this section in general, I would say. It's a little bit, I wouldn't say it's bad, it's just a bit long and there's not too much to it. I like the name of the quest though, There and Back Again. Oh, There and Back Again, A Hobbit's Tale by Mokaka Moka. Right, that's well met. They both spoke high of you. What brings you here today? Deep caramel covered spirits. It's twice the sign fire on Adrian Rose for barrels at least 30 summers. My favourite. I shall have to find them personally. You have one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenard this time to obtain it. Right to tell you the final ingredient needs to be bankrupt. Truth be told, no one could ever use to collect this last ingredient. Brave Flock's my old quartermaster wished to bring the crystal cell herself, but not long ago she said there'd been some trouble at Longstop. Delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident, but I fear the situation may be dire. I would like nothing less more than to aid her myself. I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks and speak to Ozan Nazan. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brave Fox and the Club made their home. This is actually arguably more annoying than just going halfway across Aldenard, because actually there is no closer teleporter, so I have to travel there. Mounted rather than just, oh yeah, I can just teleport to it. And it's raining, of course it is. This is such a great mount. Dun, dun. Bop, 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 bop. Large buffalo, very large buffalo. This is, I believe, the unlock for the next dungeon as well, so we get another dungeon in. What's the hurry, adventurers? Something happened over the Gobby settlements. I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll take you to ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. Alright, off you go. Right, now... That's still a bit of a journey, isn't it? Hang on, where are we? Stuff all turned around now. There we go. Yeah, the next dungeon is Brave Fox's Long Stop, which is coming up right now. And then the next duty after that, a few quests later, is Titan. Might actually take it all the way through to Titan today. We'll do ourselves a nice exciting boss battle and then call it at that point maybe. That'd be good. There's a good few quests between there and now, but we're getting through them quite quick. Hung flaps of whiskey be reaching the ears of Brave Flock's Uplander is comfort. They tasty fresh gobby treats, yes. Oh god, goblins are very hard to... Quest prize of Uplander deep and long stop. Flighty beast chased Gobby Flock from homes. Gobby Flock needs to go up the upland to give safety to Longstop with much hand lending. So she wants our help to clear out monsters in Brave Flox's Longstop, basically, which is where the goblins live. Party of other players. After a tiring journey across the roads, it is deep within the quiet jungles of Raincatcher Gully, not Jully, where the charismatic and enterprising goblin Brayflox Alltalks chooses to build her tiny empire. What she does not realize, however, is something else, something sinister, has also made the lush forest its home. Now driven from their rightful claim, Brayflox and her brethren seek to retake the land and are not above asking for the help of lesser races, that would be you, to help them do so. Can I get up there? Yeah. I don't even have battle stance. Well, now we wait, but it should be fairly quick as a dungeon, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 8, 9 dungeons, and then we hit, the boss battle. But yeah, we can do Titan, and then there's a good stopping point shortly after that, I think. Oh, it's still quite warm today. The weather's been pretty unpleasant with the heat this week. It's a lot better today, but it's still not amazing. It's just yeah, it's still not amazing. It's still quite warm and it's a little bit sticky, but compared to how it's been last week, you know, this is quite pleasant actually. I didn't really want to get back to this week. There was no way I was going to do it while the weather was what it was, because I might have died. But yeah. So yeah, we are on we're on like level 32 quests. So these run all the way up to level 50. The last 2 quests in the main MSQ for Realm Reborn are 50. So we are over halfway through the base main story at this point. But then we've got the whole of the patch quests for Realm Reborn as well. Lots of this part of the game is about establishing the world, establishing a lot of stuff about the primals. It's got a really good kind of world building setup. Some of it is unnecessary, and some of it was obviously set up to sort of potentially, you know, give them options for the future. I don't think this Company of Heroes stuff ever really comes back as too relevant. It's intended to be like, I think it's intended to be like a passing of the torch kind of thing, but it's not really. It's fine, it's serviceable, but compared to some of the story beats later, it's not all that great, and I think it almost undermines itself by being after Ifrit, because you've already fought a primal and you know you can fight a primal. Like, why are we doing all this buzzy work to prove that we can fight a different primal? Yeah, I never really quite got this little section of the story. It always felt a bit incongruous to me, because it's like, okay, this Laha Brea figure is really important, really dangerous, and blah blah. Let's do some investigation. Okay, we find out very little. Okay, great. Let's ignore that now because there's Titan coming up. Okay, we're going to have to go deal with Titan. Oh no, you can't deal with Titan. Now you've got to spend like 15 quests speaking to these random dudes who are going to give you a bunch of pointless tasks to test you. Yeah, that was a bit. It's fine. It's a serviceable enough bit of the story, but it starts getting really exciting a bit later on. You start meeting some other major characters and stuff like that. You get Sans a little bit more involved. You get the Grand Companies a bit more involved. Right, the question is our healer any good? Okay, low level. No, I'm not going to risk it. Alright, fine. Oh, that's not good. I forgot my... I did forget my thing initially. Tank stance, that's the word I'm looking for. Forgetting tank stance is a bad idea because it means people just do not. And a lot of these early dungeons aren't quite as simple as just go here, do this. You have to do these little interactables and stuff. There's a lot of sprouts around today, I have to say. It always feels like when I'm doing my roulette on a high level character that there's most of the group is other people at high level. But for some reason today, even in these in these ones, it's like they're all fairly low level. Oh my god, why is my healer called Slave Submissive? I'm just gonna rely on my shield, I think. This Dragoon should not be in front of the boss. The Great Yellow Party. Very easy. I mean, none of these early dungeons are hard. Loot. Can't remember what the one we've got is. Oh, I should have sprinted before I did that. Well, hope the healer can keep up. To be fair, the healers the healer is actually a white mage, which means that even if they kind of mess up, there's a lot of healing potency behind that. It's probably the best one to have at this kind of level because at this level, like, my health can go low, but as long as I get a healer, my health will shoot right back up again. It's a very reliable way to heal. Bobby Boom. Brave fluxes there. Yeah, this is all very simple. You just hit them. There's not really many mechanics. You'll get like the occasional AoE, you'll get like an occasional tank buster. You'll get like, you know, the occasional you get the occasional like full area, or like maybe a gaze if you're really lucky. Something a bit spicier maybe here and there, but for the most part it's literally just hope the sail's ready. That was a 3-pack pull, which is a bit bold for this level, but it's not too bad as long as the healer's on point, and it seems to be doing a decent job. You kind of have to get used to the feeling for healers, you see. Like, this healer's doing okay, so I'm not overly concerned about their ability to heal me. But that astrologian in the last dungeon was actually a major problem. Because they just couldn't really keep up with the healing demands. And okay, that was a slightly lower level dungeon than this, but it's always a gamble. Hello! So yeah, that's the big thing that was the problem in this dungeon apparently. But yeah, it's always a gamble in random groups whether your healer's going to be actually any good, but you can usually get a feel for it within a first pull or so. This one's actually quite a decent healer, so I'm not overly concerned. So I think we can pull... Can we full pull this? Probably. Let's do it and see what happens. Please heal me. Yeah, there we go. I'm hovering my finger over the limit break button in case they are not able to keep up with it, and then I can limit break to save myself. So the limit break on tanks gives you a heavy mitigation for the whole party. I like to use it in some of these harder pull dungeons. I mean, this one's pretty easy, but in Stone Vigil, for example, I like to use it as an extra piece of mitigation, because often people don't use it. Like, we should have used it on that pack, the range DPS should have used it on that pack, they didn't. The melee may use it on like a boss, but they don't always. Healer, it's never worth really using as a general rule unless you're really desperate. With tank, it can actually be very useful on packs if it's not being used by a DPS. Because it gives you a really nice extra mitigation that at low levels you just don't have enough. And you don't really need a DPS, so it's actually more valuable. The only reason you want to use on a DPS though is a range or a magic DPS, and the reason you want to do that is it allows you to clear packs faster. Like, packs are always the most dangerous part of dungeons because the amount of hits coming out, even if they're not as big as the boss hits, there's a lot more going on, they can happen a lot more randomly, and therefore it's much more likely to kill you. See, this is fairly reliable damage. But against the pack, you can go from 100 and suddenly a bunch hit you all at once, and suddenly you're down to like, 5% to your HP without being HP. And that's the boss. Let's let him break. Kind of totally unnecessary, but... And that is Breakfast's long stop completed as well. Love the random assortment of gear we've got going on here. Moogle t-shirt and proper armor and other random shit. So now we oh, actually we should extract. Still need to make some retainers actually. There we go. Now we can talk to Brayflux. Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobbyflock. I love the language on this. Blighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans, making Uplander's goodly head for fighty think. Brayflux happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to clever Uplander. Oh my god! How on earth do you say this? Cheese is stinky sweet gobby trees special make with secret gobby arts. So it's a special goblin cheese, basically. No party can meet without gobby gouda. But I'm surprised Square Enix hasn't produced a cheese that they've called gobby gouda, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, we're going back to Costa Del Sol, so we're just gonna teleport over, it's easier that way. A lot quicker to just jump straight across, I think. We are well on our way with just a few more quests to the next boss battle, I believe. Right. You can smell the cheese! Blue, green, oh maybe yeah, I'm not, it's not a Gouda though, it's got mold in it. Warm damp boot of a zombie after stepping in ripe chocobo dung. Lovely! Lovely. I'm actually not a fan of blue cheeses myself. It's sort of not really my thing. But, you know, yeah. I know people like them. Unholy stench, this is definitely goblin cheese. Should be quite flavorful. Lovely. How is it made? Best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember what kind of milk leaves. I don't want to know. Like, okay, yeah, that's just moving swiftly on. Thanks to you, our guest shall be honoured with a marvellous banquet. But what goes an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I just know the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani, another form member of the company. All you have to do is give them the solar slip, you take care of the rest. And if you're wondering if it's merely a point to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani my regards. Across we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's about 10 or 12 quests before an actual breakpoint. There's a nice so there's the Titan fight quest, and then there's one more after that, and I think we'll leave it there at that point, because it's a natural breakpoint. Sweat, grime, and blood, because we'll have completed the Titan section basically, and then moving on to the next part. It's a natural breakpoint. Sweat, grime, and blood. You reek of blood. An adventure, unless I'm mistaken, brings you to Wineport. Well, an order. Request for the finest vintage I can muster. Paper smells of loam perfume, Costel smell, and there's also the unmistakable odour of goblin cheese. Master Gegaruju will not settle for anything less than the best. Jurist Ritz and his crew must be quite busy preparing exotic feasts, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. Perhaps you're confused, this display of seduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision... Oh boy, it's forced to come saying other ways, but you have no interest in my affairs. You wish only to the wine, I suspect. How is this guy an adventurer with no eyesight? It's very impressive. Life can be delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire I could pursue it more than as a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my retirement as a mercenary. Of course, say that what you will about the nature of the work, none can deny it pays well. You grow impatient, and Whitgift must have his wine. Herein lays the problem. Nothing from a position of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages are hoarded by Biergleit, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Well, I doubt he would be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, you must beg his assistance. So we're going over here to talk to another guy. Hello. Oh, big chap. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities from them did nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of this polluted swill. What is it? In the middle of an important discussion, do not care for interruptions. The neophyte vintner bid you speak with me. Ha! Neither you nor my friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you goob urine than sell you my worst vintage. Be gone from my sight. Wow, okay, he's got an attitude. Real attitude on this guy. He said no rarely in those words. I cannot say I'm surprised. There's no denying his passionate skill. The wine baron of Minster is not known for his tact. Let's take an alternate approach. We'll go steal from him. There's a chance to have a small another Weston's wine pot constitutes furnished with a suitable wine. In fact, I had you come several years ago. I guarantee this will not be a problem. The quality of our products declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines. Which isn't to say their grapes are of poor quality, only that we've known better. Long ago, the vignerons of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never before seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town and were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, complex and flavourful of all wines, the Bacchus wines. Pardon my enthusiasm, you see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of wine. What little remains are closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. We cannot convince Biergleit part with his wines. Our next best option, as ridiculous as this sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumours that one of the vignerons in the vineyards might once owned a bottle. Perhaps you can start with speaking with them. So instead of going to a guy who does produce wine but has a really bad attitude, we're instead going to try and track down a legendary wine which is no longer produced, in the hope that someone will have a bottle just like lying around, or cannot be produced, in the hope that someone will just have a bottle lying around that we can, you know, have within my price range. Like, I'll be honest, I'm still on this particular thing. I've only got 150,000 gil. I'm not sure. Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish never a chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, you're a few years too late, right? But not this one. Where's the other one? Over there? I can't quite tell where I'm... Is it up there? Along there? Oh, over there, right, okay. I was going to be a bit thrown where the marker was, because it looks like it's behind, down there, behind the back of the building, but... Bacchus wine, don't remind me, used to have a cellar filled with the stuff, and I thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counts on a bloody primal blowing up my goddamn house. Yeah, that is a... That is a fairly unanticipatable event, 10 of events. Alright, let me see. What are we doing next? Most regrettable we had to try. Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. The very reason I have decided to become a vintner. Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogomor. So that's why he became blind. I fell into a deep depression. Until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time, Rise was still so much of an experience. Even in my condition, it helped me find a new direction in life. Breaks my heart to think the wondrous ambrosia which once filled me with hope may forever be lost. May be forever lost to us. Alright. Give a man a dream. I love the names of the quests in this game. It's so good. Right, okay. I must say this talk about Bacchus wine made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life at Company of Heroes. After everything the captain's done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. Have no fear, I swear I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. Meantime, there is a favour I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Drest took me in and nursed me back to health, and it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the art of winemaking, I would like him to know that I'm pursuing my dream. This wine is my original creation. I would be most grateful if you delivered to him in my stead. Drest sometimes work at the Raincatcher Gully docks, so perhaps Ritzcute can tell you where to find him. God, the names of these can be tricky, can't they? Oh, hang on, I haven't unlocked the chocobo. Stop here, there we go. Alright, where are we going? South, I believe. Ba-ba. Lovely little music. Oh. Da da da. Dressed, you mean the hermit? I tossed him a few gil when we need an extra pair of hands. Doesn't talk about himself, but I sure as hell don't ask. If a man's got his face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. We might find him, then head southwest to the Severed String. So we're going this way. Still a long way to go for a bottle of wine. It's not exactly nipping down to the supermarket, is it? No, we want to go east. East, east, east. And then along here. I always get a little bit lost in some of these areas because they're a bit... The Realm Reborn areas are a bit convoluted in some ways. I mean, they're nowhere near as bad as they used to be. Like, oh my god, if you ever want to have a horror, see a horror story, Google up the legacy, the original Final Fantasy 1.0 map of the 12's Wood, so Gridania map. Oh my god. Right, up we go, and... Oh, hello. What do you want? Champagny Lamani's festival winemaking. At least the name sounds legitimate. Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? What's wrong with them? Stream duress. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midgie's buzzing keeps me awake. I've not wanted to hurt. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Make the midgies go. Okay, we're going to go smack some midgies around. Let's go find us some midgies to smack around. Oh, we've got to be 5 of them. That's quite a lot. Wow, that's a mark. I'm not gonna fight that. Right, we need to find some more midges. I can't see any more. Let's kill this one, because if we go too far away, it will be. It's a very big. It's a jolly green gobu. Gobu. However you say it. Well, I mean, we don't want to take part in the fate, so. There's another Midgie swarm. I'd hope to find two together like I did before, but apparently not. We're going to do this one at a time. We need one more. Oh, there's a couple over here. Oh, I could have done both of these so long. I like having a shield. Get inherent parry percentage chance. Right, that's it, right? Yeah, we can go back now. This thing here, it's a crashed airship thing. Da 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 da. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. Help me even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the Maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape with the others. No one else survived. Didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Gallian. You were part of the Gallian army. Ooh. Didn't ask for this, damn it. Not even Gallian. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. Just want to go home. Poor guy. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Last night in ran the Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine. See, it should be ready by now. I have 3 shells out there. Please give them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to do the same one day. This guy is a mess. Poor guy. So he was a conscript from a conquered nation into the Gallian army and then was forced to be part of the attack and has obviously completely just lost everything. It's sad. Oh, there it is. There's one. I think the first time I did this quest around here, I actually ran into an A rank and I was like, yeah, I can take it, and then I got absolutely nailed by it. And there's the third one. So, this is the wine that we're going to use, I guess. Hopefully it's good. I hope it's enough for what we need. It will be, obviously, because it's a storybook. Oh, it's still a bit warm. So yeah, we're nearly done with this little bit of the Company of Heroes stuff. It does sort of drag on a little bit, I would say. But it's not too bad. It's not the worst. Like, I'll be honest, like the bit that drags the most in this game is the post MSQ thing, and that's gonna take a while to get through. We'll probably just beeline it like we have here a bit, but some knowledge of winemaking, a simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We are not so different, Dresden and I, two men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. My worry has been alone with this sort for far too long. It's past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him. This doesn't really help us with our wine situation, though. By the gods, Makaka, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've discovered something extraordinary about Dresden's palm wine. You sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape. An unusual odour. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain these are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Did you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Dress found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Ooh. I actually legitimately forgot this was the other twist of the storyline, I'll be honest. It does mean we have to run all the way back down here. It was a very good year. Right, how many steps are this? It isn't very many steps, to be fair, these quests. They're all kind of just a couple of steps, so hopefully this won't take too long. And then once we've sorted the wine out, we can get on with, you know, actually fighting the Primal after we've finished furnishing Gigaruju with his various foods and drinks for his feast, I guess. Priorities, you know? Priorities! Oh, God. To be fair, we do in the long term quite well out of Gigaruchu. He's very, very rich, and like I've sort of a theory on there's only a handful of personality types among Lalafell, and one of them is these, you know, ultra rich, arrogant, aristocratic kind of people. What is this? Raw green leaf thought to be extinct Bacchus grapevine. Just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty, didn't know it was rare. Near the Juggernaut to the south, I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubu tracks though. Maybe leaves came from the vines growing on or the back of one such beast. If you're looking for it, please be careful. Some are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. Okay, so it's going to be on one of those gubus. Oh, it's like a robot thing. Where are we going? Here. So many people doing the... Gubu found. Deliver the Bacchus cutting. Cutting from a Bacchus grapevine, a variety of sweet wine grape thought to be long extinct. Cool, we've got it. And a Gubu Fung. And my inventory's getting gradually filled up with garbage. Let's move all this stuff down a little bit. Don't know how much any of that's going to be useful in the long run. I might just sell it all. All very, very low level potions and stuff, so it's a bit... But yeah, this bit, I wasn't fond of this. It's nice world building, but there's so much like back and forth. Where it's literally, it's not even like really progressing any kind of story. It's just laying foundations, laying backstory, like the random, you know, the whole thing of, you know, former Guardians, you know, traumatized by their experience dotted around the place. That's kind of a thing that is just a thing that happens. And tell me everything. I can do better. I can give you the cutting. This smell, this texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that common adventurer or novice vintner could. The look on I'm giving him. 12 as my witness, it is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me, but why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Bierglint. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. Look at this. Oh, this is... a grapevine as an olive branch. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across the Orsey will once again be clamouring for a cask for Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. This is more important to him than he gets the wine again than it is that he will be... There, you needn't... Wait, the shape of this bottle, the scent of this label, it couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus, but that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realise it was never meant for me. It should be savoured by the saviours of Wineport, I say. It is made as an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gerugi will find no final wine. Forever change Wineport, thank you for your kindness and generosity. I actually hope they bring this back. I don't think they actually bring this storyline back. I hope they bring it back at some point. I quite like the idea of developing things with, you know, the wine and stuff as like a side thing. They should consider that as maybe a crafter thing. Do not permit me to delay you longer. Pray to the wine. Unless I'm misremembering and it is brought back at some point. I would very much like to drink it, but I'm a patient man and I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. An experienced cossack with elaborate label and elegant packaging have no choice but to focus on the texture and protection of the wine itself. Then my greatest witness become my greatest asset. Right. That is finally the last piece of the puzzle. Can you please tell me now how to fight Titan? Because obviously that was a extremely useful use of my time. Dicking around with food and wine and stuff like that. I'd quite like to be able to fight the Primal and save Limsa now, please. Your shoulder's just sitting here, just chilling. I thought I'd been to seek you out and offer my gratitude for all you've accomplished. She's just vibing. Your prolonged absence has begun to concern me, so what has the wine asked you to bring? 7 hells, is that a 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations. Thanks to you, this must be a luxurious feast Castel Solacene in years. The same lunch you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associates arrived a short while ago. She appears to be going somewhat impatient, so am I. Question you could tell the banquet is about to begin. And I got a little minion. I got a sprout, goobly sproutling. Ooh. Oh, actually, that's better than... That is actually better than my current... Is it? Why is it 135, 136? It's the same. Oh wait, that's why... 36. Why is it... Oh, is it because it's higher grade? Okay, I guess we'll use it. Yeah, it looks alright. It's actually a slightly better sword as well, even though it's kind of same level. I mean, that says it's bet. No, it automatically tries. The gear gets a bit weird at this stage because you like a mithril broadsword is technically higher level, but this is stronger. Like slightly stronger. See what I mean? I mean, the shield's definitely... the auto attack delay is faster though, I think. I don't know. You know what? Let's just keep him equipped. I think this is worse damage but faster. Okay, let's just do that now. Stoll is concerned for your well-being. I'm concerned for my well-being, Stoll. Believe me. This has been a very interesting series of events, I have to say. But you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, this is such a nonsense. It's so funny though. Yes, I'm getting self-distracted. Let's get back to this. I'm just amused by the whole. Right, in the company of heroes, you have the look of a woman who's been to the 7th hell. But I have. I've been sticking around with wine for ages. But I guess should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in her own honor, and this while the shadow of Titan looms over Zorsberg's belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. I have been asked to endure such ignominy. I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. What do you mean, guest? Lazy Ishtaldi is my cooker as Gagaruju. Oh, he's apologising for something. 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madam. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. So he's alright, Gagaruju. He's just a rich, pompous up himself. Come now, she must have sensed something was amiss. Where's the rest of them? You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Well, yes. Bear your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Makaka has no knowledge of your traditions. Maybe it would be so good as to enlighten her. Fair's no sense hiding any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes expanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who thought were following our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be god-slayers by his own criteria. If even one found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. If she proved herself worthy, we swore that we'd do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives to a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaw of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. A bit harsh. Which is why the 5 of you to have deigned to test Makaka with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I'm sure. But tell us, Captain, what's his assessment of you and your fellows? She's brave one that much is said, and willingly walked into the midst of danger despite my repeated warnings that cost her life. Skills undeniable, stalked her prey as relentless nature out of the sand and stuck with precision when opportunity presents itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Makaka, however, is a kind and generous soul, and she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at their side. While the Uplander is tasteful plans make a tricksy foe from Mighty Rockman. I only concur with my colleagues' assessments, so are we allowed to go now? We 5 of the company of heroes have judged you as a worthy challenger, cast down the Lord of Crags, Makaka Mocha, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. Thanks, like we knew that all along, but fine. I feel like this would be more significant if it was before the Ifrit battle. If this was immediately, if this was like immediately after the initial like tour around the Eorzea, this would be more meaningful, I think. I think the pacing's just a little bit strange. The formality now, the way that the festivities begin, summon the dancers and pour the wine. Of course, you've got catgirl dancers and a fancy bottle of wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend. I haven't done anything yet. Can it wait until after I've actually fought Titan? Not that I don't appreciate the good food and nice wine and dancing catgirls, but can it wait until after I've actually fought Titan? I guess if there's an opportunity, if there's an outside chance I'm gonna just die, then They're all here. Conduct yourself with dignity. I may be forced to carry out punitive. Hey, you just give me. Why are you giving me shit? I'm the guest here, damn it. There's the other guys. Feels wonderful to be with the others again. There's Brayflocks. Of course he stands there watching, seeing everyone like this again. One of them being interested in reforming the company. Hey, dancing cat girls. I wonder if you can get the... I think these are, these bottoms are maybe the healer colettes or something, I don't know. Congratulations, sweet. You think the last one to show the show to okay. Alright. Where am I going? Oh, have I gotta wait? Yeah, there you go. Interact with the feast. There we go, cutscene. Making me a bit hungry, kind of. Yeah. Like we'll get a snack after we've done this bit. God, I ate all that quick. Went up and now it's gone. Tasting the exotic feast triggers divine revelation. In that brief transcendent moment you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature and cry out to the heavens in celebration. What a load of nonsense. Alright, I've got to speak to everyone. When you face the Lord Crags, think not of Limsa Lominsa as the anything beyond this chain, but think of the men and women by your side. Fight for them and they will fight for you. No great victory was ever achieved alone. But the upland must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty think Gobby Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Promise me when you meet Titan you'll look in the eyes and tell him Landell sends regards. I'm going to talk to the cat girl as well. Your relatives and friends quite dash and grow. Any chance you can introduce me? I don't think you need to. Just go and speak to him. You're a veteran of countless battles, but it's one more. Trust in your experience and you prevail. Quest will force you to rival the earth itself that will struggle to break you, I think. Well, I am a tank. And now you're Stola. If you are kind to indulge them, this banquet is as much for the company as for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny they mean well, but now is scarcely time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan is yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. Yeah, he's got to give us the knowledge of how to actually get into the goddamn thing, or whatever it's called. Area that you fight Titan. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. Bit of a cough down the microphone then. You must be used to face Titan. As promised to show the way. Travel to Bronze Lake and up on the nose meet with Riol, another man who wants to serve the company. Riol becomes very important actually, as I recall. To ensure this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, you remain behind until you give the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at 3 locations I marked, and then we appear to meet you this 4th. This may seem excessive now, but you will see this as more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. Alright, so we're going to here, and then we're going to deal with that. Right, let's go. We are going to whistle. Little sound. She whistles better than I do. She's doing it with a... Oh, is that up? That's going to be up, isn't it? Oh my god. I just jumped down. There's a lot of people around these hot spring things. It's supposed to be like a recovery... something. See there, and then there's another one somewhere around the other side, maybe? There's a few of them, just people just chilling in the hot springs. Does she actually use fingers to whistle? Yeah, I never quite learned to whistle with my fingers. I can only whistle with, just normally. Like, where are we going? Up, down, left, right. For God's sake. This is the problem we're not having flying. I should have gone up first, to be fair, because usually you're better off starting high and then you can just jump off. Yeah, there we go. There's Riol. It tends not to give you the up-down unless you are way down or way up from where it should be. Greetings, last might be the one the captain would say calling. I mean, I've been messing around like you said. Thought so, so pay attention now because I explained myself twice. Lord of Crags. We've got a cutscene. No, just a second. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman Aetheryte Sea. What's that look for? Not familiar with them? I mean, we are. An unamplified Aetheryte which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there's no fundamental difference in those and such Aetherites and those which use on countless occasions. However, ain't the Charlie and last welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I plan to wait your report by succumb to curiosity. The tunnel speaks Oklahoma form a bewildering labyrinth no outsiders fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate this mystery I've long pondered. Give us a bit of credit. Look, we weren't daft enough to try going in the front. Kobolds are always digging new tunnels and fill the old ones with traps. One wrong step and the next thing you know, you got 100 tons of rock on milk and suicide to even try. What do you think was the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and that was that across thinking. And the Ogumaro mines are like a bleeding city, aren't they? If ain't getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Aethernet, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason the kobolds must have one. Even though Aetherite shards in the depths, you would need to tune yourselves before you can identify signatures within life to stream. That's where you're wrong. We had this Charlian bloke to help us, deliver us right into Titan's bedchamber. I don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it went nothing any Charlian scholar worth their souls couldn't manage. Oh, that's a challenge? That sounds like a challenge. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the Aetherites in question happen to be. Ah, yes, but in order to guide travelers to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to. Just thinking about it. It's possible, in theory at least, as I cannot be said until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether or not I am worth my salt. You are, lass, don't worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's ruins run and take a close look at the Aetherites? It ain't far. There's sure to be a few kobolds blocking away. Not you can't handle. You. Are we actually going to go into the mine? Oh no, we're just going north. Okay. I can't remember. I couldn't remember where we're teleporting from here, to be fair. Yeah, we can get this done and then close off this quest line with the next quest, then that will be a really good amount of progress for the day. And then next time we can look at the third and final primal of Roman Born. There we go. Oh, whoa, whoa. Cutscene again. So this is the Aetherite the company of heroes used to gain access to Titan's Sanctuary. As Papilimo speculated, in its present state, Aetherite signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energy to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. Seems you have to proceed without me. I must need to remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path to escape. Oh no. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With efforts, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the Aetherite signal, and if I join you, I'll be belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. That's fine. Now let's see if I am with myself. I've located another beacon one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation. It's time. It's time to face the Lord of the Crag in the navel. Navel of the mountain. Oh, you can actually do this with NPCs now. I'm not going to do it with NPCs, I want to do it with other players. Having passed the seemingly endless trials posed upon you by a company of heroes, you'll be entrusted with knowledge of a secret way into the navel of the domain of the primal titan. Courtesy of Y'shtola's magics, the beastman Aetherite is now primed to send you to a confrontation with Lords of Crags. Gird your loins to a struggle of titanic proportions. So all of these A Realm Reborn ones are what's the word I'm looking for? They're all 4-man duties. When you get to past the start of A Realm Reborn into the patch quests, and also especially when you get into future things, almost every trial in the future is a 8-man. It's very rare to still have 4-mans beyond, like, you know, the absolute earliest. I think there are only 4-man trials in the whole game, and that is Bull of Embers, Naval, Howling, whatever it is, Howling Gale or something like that. Howling Eye, that was it, and Porta Decumana, which is the very final fight, the very final duty of the base A Realm Reborn storyline. After that, all the boss battles become 4-man, 8-man, and you get like raids and stuff which are 8-man. And here we go. Oh, this looks impressive. Nook and Overdweller, yes, an invader from both views are Aetherites against us. Wild Titan's Sanctuary, trespass, violated, defy. Overdwellers must lead, Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear her not. Her fate shall be decided by the Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. Well, I didn't do shit, lady. Or sir, or whatever. You should be for the first to face judgment, then them to lament in our oath breakers, lies, betrayers, oath breakers. Oh, great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan we summon you, Titan we summon you, great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan we summon you, Titan we summon you. Yeah, that's not a good look, is it? Oh shit. Oh boy. Hello! Oh, you're big. He has come, the Lord of Crags Titan. He has come! Oh, thou death to their weeping. Thy vile kind covet to deliver the blessing of the land and murdereth my skill by the score or in selfish greed. Such sins are beyond pardon. But I am not the first to suffer thy defiance. Thou didst bring Ifrit low. How do you know that? Got this over well, the myriad heresy shall not go unpunished. Upon thee shall I wreak a terrible vengeance. So they are intelligent though, this is the thing. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard Ifrit talk. I forgot Titan could talk. We've got 2 ranged. One of them is Pictomancer, which is actually kind of nice. So yeah, what happens here is you get the crush downs, which are kind of whatever. There's not a lot to this one really, like the future ones are substantially harder. But it's nice. That's a instantly lethal knockback that launches you off the arena. So you do actually have to be a little bit careful. Now you've got to take out the heart. Nice and easy. Got to break them out or they'll die in the jail. Heal's a good one. Why couldn't I have had this healer in a dungeon before? Oh. Did they run off? I don't know what happened there. I assume they ran off. I think they ran off the edge while trying to keep the damage up. That was pretty funny. And down goes Titan! Lord of Crags, great father Titan has fallen. Job done. Oh, what's another crystal? Another crystal of light, this time the Earth Crystal of Light. I've got fire, lightning. Is that ice or water? Earth. I think it's supposed to be a water. I think ice is another one. The crimes of the Overdwellers should never be forgiven, never be forgotten. No, no, never. The sure kin who broke the covenants, we have acted only in defense of our lands. Cease your aggression, or there will never be peace until our dying breath. We shall defy you, deny, decry, defy. Oh well. I mean, we've dealt with Titan for now, at least. Dun dun dun. Oh, there's an error again. Now these are the reasons one would expect of an icon. I've seen enough, we proceed as planned. Proceed with what? Are you sure that's wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities. Then trust in mine, retain? Again, never quite worked out how to pronounce that. Retartin. My curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye, bold. But why, if there be truth to the legends, it could readily subjugate the whole of Eorzea given but a little while longer. Is that not so? It is. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you say may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. No one's convinced by Nero, are they? He's a giant nerd. Fool. And now she has a fourth interest. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer, for though you have come, or farther you have come, your work is far from done. And naught remained to mark his passing. Well, the Assassins are nothing of an utter elusive, or little wonder they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will. But that they should choose to consort with the Empire? What common goal could they possibly share? Teleporting back. I like the way it's canonic that people teleport, like, using the live stream. I fear I might arrive too late, but I see you have the matter well in hand. I've taken measures to ensure we're not pursued, yet I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still disarray. I will follow anon. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the Aetheryte in Zelma's Run, and we will rendezvous at Camperon's Lake. Agreed? And we're back. Oh, hang on, I can extract before I forget. Da, 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 da. No one said anything at all on that one. Alright, back to Camperon's Lake. I mean, I could teleport, I suppose. Yeah, and you know what? Save a minute. Save a minute and just teleport. Relieved to see you well, but come let's discuss our next step. Right. All good things. Right, this is the final quest to wrap up that storyline, so let's wrap up the Titan and then we'll log off after this one. It's just a nice little wrap up. Though word will have already reached from Maelstrom, command protocol requires a representative of order and form the high command of mission success. The honour is rightfully yours. Once again, must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. Right, so I'm going back to Limsa. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, quite warm. I might have to open another window after this. Music. Thank you for coming, Rokaka. Word of your triumph reached me some time ago. I am pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit and now Titan. Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the warriors of light less keenly, and there can be no greater compliment than that. You and your order of heroes, people and instruments, are forever in your debt. I shall relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to Signs of the Seventh Dawn. Hey, got a nice little round of applause from the Maelstrom soldiers. This is Minfilia Ishtal is for me of your success. You've won a great victory for yours, one that shall not be forgotten. What's more, both you and Ishtal emerged from Gomorrah, I can't pronounce that, unscathed. While Tatar and the others seemed as glad as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We'll be waiting your return at the Waking Sands. There's much to discuss. Godspeed. I'm back to the Waking Sands for a hero's welcome. Oh, I can play. I'm not going to do it right now. Oh, look! It's triple triad time. And we're back. Let's go in. But yeah, I think this is actually a slightly better weapon, even though the other one is higher grade and does more damage by 1 point, because I think it just it attacks a lot faster. So even though you're losing a point in damage, you're picking it up by. Power must be inside. Oh fuck. Oh no. Oh no. Gallian soldiers. Wow, everyone's dead. This whole room's smashed. Search for survivors, not And it's the quest name. All good things must come to an end. What happened? What happened? Alright, into the solar. If they survivors. The bodyguard from outside. They even killed the self, or tried to. This one is glad, walking one is safe. Now the echo kicks in so you can see what happened.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heaven she is safe. Louisoire, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time, it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further!
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring her forth, and you may yet know mercy.
Confound it. Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
No!
Conditions of surrender. Denied.
Cease at once!
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough! We leave. Bring the prisoners.
Oh shit. So left her with a message. Oh. In case walking one return, this one was to say a church in Eastern Thanalin claimed sanctuary there. And try to protect Minfilia from them. I mean, oh. That was totally unnecessary. So now we go to Eastern Thanalin and try to pick up the pieces. But first we have to get there. Because Awakened Sand surely not safe anymore. Is something troubling you, my child? You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. Is there anything I can do? If there's anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. Yes, a few different. Look at that! Call Divine Vengeance down. Wild Rose is the code word we've used all along. Wild Rose, I see. You may speak freely here. We're all friends at the Scions. How could this have happened? And you are certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Garleans? Let's just pray no further harm comes to them. Well, they could have just killed them if they didn't want, so... Taking them for a reason. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It's the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I've known her since she was but a child. Well do I recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister Scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marx, would you come here for a moment? Yes, Father. We you require assistance, please speak with Marks. He's a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain, Marks is a survivor of the Battle of Corsano. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Marks, I want you to look after Mokaka, do you understand? Yes, Father. And so, with those who wait, we will leave it there for now. And next time we will continue and figure out how to pick up the pieces after that mess. And seek out new allies and a way to rescue those captured, you would presume. So thank you for tuning in. We are going to leave it there for now. I'll probably aim to do something a bit sooner than, 3 flipping months like last time. Between MSQ sessions, but this has been quite a lot of good progress today, so can't really complain. And yeah, so with that, I will see you next time. Bye for now.